that the South African Museum has over many decades continued and still is a citadel from which the colonial empire buttresses its divisive epistemology. It stands as a fortress behind which the pathology of race science still looms, concealed and maintained through colonial practices, methods of research, classification, and numbering. Simpson, Rasool, and Janet challenge us to locate relational ethics within the ongoing complex discussions about the role of the museological institution in the perpetuation of colonial violence and racism today. They challenge us to ask uncomfortable questions about the toxic collusion between the museological institution and colonial administration and how this entanglement has given rise to perceived ideas of white supremacy and the so-called Black inferiority. Furthermore, we are being challenged to ask whether the museological institution itself has a moral authority to speak on issues of restitution when it continues to hold on to tainted material that was acquired through unethical means in the context of colonial violence and genocide. What does it mean, for example, to talk about repatriation on one hand, and on the other, we refuse to return that which was stolen? Since most museums refuse to return things back, would it be appropriate to suggest that perhaps museums have become incorrect correctors? For they correct the things they themselves refuse to be corrected or asked to act upon. The irony of this is in the fact that museums are involved in the same unethical conduct they are reminded to move away from. If we accept this, the relational ethics as recognition, support, and acceptance of the other and their experiences, the question then must be asked, in the era of universal human rights, what is ethical about keeping mortal remains of Africans and objects of cultural significance that were stolen from the graves and sites